Your soulmate is losing control after seeing what you really carry inside. There comes a moment in life when someone looks beyond your smile, beyond your words, and beyond the mask you wear every day, and they finally see the truth hidden inside your soul. They see the pain you survived, the strength you never spoke about, the loyalty you gave without conditions, and the love you carried even after being broken. And that moment changes everything. Because when your soulmate truly discovers the depth of what you carry inside, they begin to lose control of their emotions, their thoughts, and even their heart. Not out of weakness, but because real souls are rare, powerful, and impossible to forget. Today I am going to speak on the topic. Your soulmate is losing control after seeing what you really carry inside. Sometimes the most powerful thing about a person is not what the world can see, but what they silently carry inside. Many people walk through life hiding their struggles behind smiles, hiding pain behind silence, and hiding strength behind ordinary behavior. From the outside, they may look calm, simple, or normal, but deep within them exists a story filled with survival, sacrifice, heartbreak, and courage. Most people never take the time to understand that hidden depth. They judge appearances, listen to words, and move on. But a soulmate is different. A soulmate sees beyond the surface. They notice the emotions hidden in your eyes, the strength behind your silence, and the pain behind your smile. And once they truly discover what you carry inside, something powerful begins to happen. They become emotionally overwhelmed. The hidden power inside a person is not always loud. Sometimes it is the quiet ability to survive difficult moments without giving up. Sometimes it is the strength to continue loving after being hurt many times. Sometimes it is the courage to keep believing in people after experiencing betrayal and disappointment. These qualities are invisible to the world, but when a soulmate discovers them, they realize they are standing in front of someone rare. They begin to understand that your soul carries experiences that shaped you into a stronger, wiser, and deeper person than they ever imagined. This realization affects them emotionally because true depth is unforgettable. In today's world, many connections are temporary and shallow. People are often attracted to beauty, attention, or comfort, but real emotional strength touches the heart in a completely different way. When your soulmate sees the battles you fought silently, the tears you cried alone, and the resilience you developed through pain, they begin to admire you on a deeper level. Your hidden power becomes something they cannot ignore. It pulls them closer emotionally and spiritually. Sometimes they lose control of their emotions because they were not expecting someone like you. They may have met many people in life, but very few carried the emotional depth, loyalty, patience, and inner strength that you possess. Your energy feels different to them. Your words carry meaning. Your silence carries emotion. Your presence makes them feel safe, understood, and emotionally connected in ways they have never experienced before. This creates an intense emotional reaction inside them, because genuine souls have a powerful impact on the human heart. The beautiful thing about hidden power is that it is built through pain and growth. Strong souls are not born overnight. They are created through struggles, disappointments, loneliness, sacrifices, and lessons learned from life. Every difficult experience leaves behind wisdom, maturity, and emotional depth. When your soulmate begins to understand everything you survived, and still remained kind, loving, and strong, they start respecting you in a completely different way. They realize your heart is valuable because it continued to shine even after darkness tried to destroy it. Your hidden power also inspires transformation in them. Real love has the ability to awaken emotions people never knew existed. Your soulmate may begin changing their behavior, becoming more vulnerable, more caring, and more emotionally honest because your strength encourages them to face their own emotions. They begin to see love not as a game, but as something meaningful and life-changing. Your inner strength becomes a mirror that reflects truth back to them. In the end, hidden power is not about controlling others. It is about carrying a soul so genuine, resilient, and emotionally deep that it naturally touches people's hearts. And when your soulmate finally sees the truth of what you carry inside, they are no longer attracted only to your appearance or personality. They become deeply connected to your soul itself. That is why they lose control emotionally, because some souls are too powerful to experience without being changed forever. Every person carries a past, but some people carry a past so heavy that it changes the way they see the world, trust others, and love themselves. Behind many strong souls are painful memories, silent struggles, broken dreams, and emotional wounds that nobody truly understands. The world often sees the present version of a person, but never sees the battles that created them. People admire the smile without knowing the tears behind it. They notice the confidence without understanding the pain that built it. But when your soulmate enters your life, they begin to uncover the truth hidden beneath your silence, and that truth can completely overwhelm them emotionally. The weight of your past is not just about sadness or heartbreak. It is about everything you survived while still choosing to move forward. It is about being hurt but still remaining kind. It is about facing disappointment but still believing in love. Many people become cold after suffering, but some souls continue to carry warmth despite everything life put them through. That kind of emotional strength is rare, and when your soulmate discovers it, they begin to see you differently. They realize your heart is much deeper than they ever imagined. Sometimes your soulmate loses control emotionally because they cannot understand how someone who suffered so much still carries so much love inside. They see the scars you tried to hide, the loneliness you endured, and the emotional pain you never spoke about openly. Suddenly, they begin to feel your struggles as if they were their own. Your past stops being just your story. It becomes something they emotionally connect to. This connection creates intense feelings inside them because they understand they are not loving an ordinary person. They are loving someone who survived emotional storms and still kept their soul alive. Pain changes people, but it also gives them wisdom. Every difficult experience teaches lessons that create emotional maturity and depth. Your soulmate begins to notice that your understanding, patience, and emotional intelligence did not come easily. They came from heartbreak, betrayal, sacrifices, and silent battles. That realization touches them deeply because it makes them appreciate your presence even more. They start valuing your loyalty, your kindness, and your emotional strength because they understand the cost behind them. The weight of your past also makes your soulmate fear losing you. Once they realize how rare your soul truly is, they begin to understand that people like you are not easy to find. You are not someone shaped by comfort or perfection. You are someone shaped by survival, resilience, and growth. And that makes your love more powerful. They know that despite everything you faced, you still chose to care, to trust, and to love again. That level of emotional courage is unforgettable. At the same time, your story inspires them. It teaches them that strength is not about never breaking down. Strength is about continuing after life breaks you apart. Your soulmate becomes emotionally attached because your journey shows them the true meaning of resilience. They see beauty not only in your happiness but also in your healing. Your scars no longer appear as weakness. They appear as proof of your survival. In the end, the weight of your past becomes part of what makes your soul extraordinary. And when your soulmate truly understands everything you carried alone, they lose control emotionally because they realize they are standing in front of someone whose strength was built through pain, yet whose heart still chose love over bitterness. One of the strongest emotions a person can experience in love is the fear of losing someone who truly matters to them. This fear becomes even more powerful when your soulmate finally realizes your true value. At first, they may admire your appearance, enjoy your personality, or feel attracted to your energy. But as time passes, they begin to see something much deeper inside you. They discover your loyalty, your emotional strength, your kindness, and the way you continue to love, despite everything you have been through. That discovery changes their emotions completely. Suddenly, you are no longer just someone they care about. You become someone they cannot imagine losing. The fear of losing you grows because rare souls are difficult to find. In a world where many relationships are temporary and superficial, genuine people stand out naturally. Your soulmate begins to understand that your heart is not ordinary. They realize that your love is sincere, your intentions are pure, and your emotional depth is real. These qualities create a strong emotional attachment because deep down, every person wants a connection that feels honest and meaningful. When they finally experience that with you, they become afraid that one day you might walk away or disappear from their life. Sometimes this fear causes them to lose emotional control. They may overthink small situations, become extra protective, or feel anxious whenever distance grows between you. This does not always happen because they are weak. It happens because your presence gives them a sense of comfort and emotional peace they have never felt before. Once someone experiences a connection that touches their soul, the thought of losing it becomes painful. Your soulmate understands that people like you are rare, and that realization creates intense emotional reactions inside them. Your strength also contributes to this fear. They see how independent, resilient, and emotionally mature you are. They understand that you are capable of surviving difficult situations on your own, because life already taught you how to be strong. While they admire this quality deeply, it also scares them. They know you are not someone who stays in unhealthy situations forever. They realize that if they fail to value you properly, they could lose someone extraordinary. This fear pushes them to appreciate you more, love you more deeply, and hold on to the connection more tightly. Another reason your soulmate fears losing you is because of the emotional impact you have on their life. Your presence changes them. You inspire them to become more honest, more caring, and more emotionally open. You make them feel understood in ways they may never have experienced before. The peace, warmth, and emotional safety you bring into their life becomes something they depend on emotionally. Losing you would feel like losing a part of themselves, and that thought becomes difficult for them to handle. At the same time, this fear teaches an important lesson about love. True love is not about possession or control, it is about recognizing someone's value before it is too late. Your soulmate's fear of losing you comes from understanding how deeply your soul has touched theirs. They realize that your love cannot easily be replaced because emotional depth, loyalty, and authenticity are rare gifts. In the end, the fear of losing you exists because your soulmate finally understands your worth. They see the strength behind your silence, the love behind your pain, and the beauty behind your scars. And once someone truly sees the value of your soul, losing you becomes one of their greatest fears. True love has the power to transform people in ways they never expected. When your soulmate begins to truly understand the depth of your soul, they do not remain the same person. Your presence, your strength, and your emotional energy slowly begin to change the way they think, feel, and see the world. Love is not only about romance or attraction. Sometimes it becomes a force that awakens emotions, heals wounds, and inspires personal growth. That is why your soulmate starts losing control emotionally after discovering what you truly carry inside, because your soul creates a transformation within them that they cannot ignore. Many people go through life protecting themselves emotionally. They hide their feelings, avoid vulnerability, and build walls around their hearts because of past disappointments or fears. But when they meet someone whose love feels genuine and deep, those walls slowly begin to break. Your soulmate starts feeling emotions they may have buried for years. Your honesty encourages them to be honest. Your emotional strength inspires them to face their own weaknesses. Your loyalty teaches them the true meaning of trust and commitment. Without even realizing it, you become a source of emotional healing and personal growth in their life. One of the most powerful parts of transformation through love is emotional awakening. Before meeting you, your soulmate may have viewed relationships in a casual or superficial way. But after experiencing your depth, they begin to understand that real love is much more meaningful. They stop focusing only on appearances or temporary excitement and start valuing emotional connection, understanding, and loyalty. Your soul changes their perspective completely. They begin to crave deeper conversations, emotional honesty, and genuine connection because you showed them what authentic love feels like. Your resilience also transforms them. When they see how you survived pain, heartbreak, and struggles while still remaining kind and loving, it inspires them deeply. They begin to admire not just your beauty or personality, but your character. Your ability to continue shining, despite difficult experiences, teaches them strength. It motivates them to become a better version of themselves. Sometimes people change because they are forced to, but sometimes they change because someone's soul inspires them to grow. That is the kind of transformation true soulmate connections create. This emotional transformation can feel overwhelming for them. They may lose control of their emotions because they are not used to feeling things so deeply. Suddenly, they care more, feel more, and think more intensely than before. Your presence affects their heart in ways they cannot easily explain. Even small moments with you become meaningful because your energy leaves a lasting emotional impact on them. They begin to feel emotionally connected to you on a level that goes beyond ordinary attraction. Transformation through love also creates vulnerability. Your soulmate may become more open about their fears, insecurities, and emotions because they feel safe with you. Your understanding gives them the courage to remove the emotional mask they once wore. This vulnerability can be both beautiful and frightening for them, because it forces them to confront feelings they once avoided. But deep connections often require emotional honesty, and your soul naturally encourages that process. In the end, your soulmate loses control, not because love made them weak, but because your soul awakened something powerful inside them. Your presence changed their heart, their mindset, and their understanding of love itself. Through your strength, loyalty, and emotional depth, you transformed them into someone more open, more genuine, and more emotionally alive. That is the extraordinary power of true love. It does not just touch people, it changes them forever. Some connections in life are ordinary, while others feel so deep and powerful that they completely change the emotions of the people involved. A soulmate connection is one of those rare bonds that goes beyond logic, beyond appearances, and beyond simple attraction. It touches the heart on a level that is difficult to explain. When your soulmate truly sees what you carry inside, your pain, your strength, your love, and your emotional depth, the connection becomes so intense that they begin to lose control of their emotions. This is not because they are weak, but because certain souls create feelings too powerful to ignore. A connection beyond control begins when two people understand each other without always needing words. Your soulmate starts feeling emotionally connected to your energy, your thoughts, and even your silence. They notice the emotions hidden behind your expressions and understand your pain without you fully explaining it. This type of bond feels different from ordinary relationships because it creates emotional closeness on a spiritual and mental level. The deeper they understand you, the stronger their attachment becomes. One reason this connection becomes overwhelming is because your soul feels emotionally safe with you. In a world where many people fear judgment or rejection, finding someone who truly understands them feels rare and valuable. Your presence gives them comfort, peace, and emotional security. They feel accepted for who they truly are, including their flaws and vulnerabilities. Once a person experiences that kind of emotional safety, they naturally become deeply attached. The idea of losing such a connection becomes difficult for them to handle emotionally. This intense bond also affects their thoughts and emotions every day. They begin thinking about you constantly. Because your energy stays in their mind and heart, small things remind them of you. Your words replay in their thoughts, and your presence continues to influence their emotions, even when you are not physically near them. Sometimes they cannot control how strongly they feel, because soulmate connections create emotional intensity that feels impossible to replace. Another reason they lose control is because your soul awakens emotions they never fully experienced before. Your kindness makes them softer. Your strength makes them admire you deeply. Your emotional honesty encourages them to become more vulnerable and genuine. You inspire feelings of love, protection, admiration, and emotional dependence all at once. This combination of emotions becomes overwhelming because it changes the way they experience relationships and emotional connection. At times, this deep attachment may also create fear inside them. They may fear losing you, disappointing you, or not being enough for you. When someone truly touches another person's soul, the emotional stakes become much higher. Your soulmate understands that connections like this are rare, and that realization increases the intensity of their emotions even more. They know that not everyone has the ability to create such a deep emotional impact, and that makes your presence even more meaningful to them. The beauty of a connection beyond control is that it goes beyond physical attraction. It is built on emotional understanding, spiritual closeness, trust, and genuine care. Your soulmate is drawn not only to your appearance or personality, but to the energy of your soul itself. They feel connected to your struggles, your dreams, your emotions, and your heart. That is why they struggle to control their feelings. Because true soulmate connections are not shallow or temporary. They are powerful enough to change emotions, transform hearts, and leave a permanent mark on a person's life. In the end, some souls are simply meant to leave a deep impact on each other. And when your soulmate truly experiences the depth of who you are, the connection becomes something unforgettable, emotional, and impossible to fully control.